Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
And good night.
Oh boy, what an episode that we have of Juan EP to do today.
Do we have a crazy episode? I wasn't prepped.
What? A lot to talk about. And
Okay.
first and foremost, got to talk about our friends over at Blue Chew.
What? Oh man, our friends are back.
Our friends are back. BlueChew.com. Promo code Juan EP over there. Cipha, you know, it's pretty amazing. You know, sometimes it's hard to find that good old stuff like we used to have when we were young. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That mojo.
When you could just turn it on, like the whole watch.
Yeah.
Like that.
Sometimes it would turn on its own.
Right. You wouldn't even do anything.
Yeah, it'd be what's going on here?
Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as things like Viagra and Cialis and all that, but at a fraction of the cost in chewable tablets. It's super easy. You sign up at BlueChew.com. You get with a licensed medical provider, and once you're approved, you get the prescription within days. It's all online, no doctor's office, no awkward conversation. It's shipped to your house. You know what kind of package?
I'm gonna assume like a big red and yellow package that says Blue Chew on it.
You would be exactly wrong. It's a discreet package. Yeah,
really?
It's a discreet package. That's exactly right.
Something to keep everything nice and above ground. Above what's that term?
I don't know. Below ground. Yeah, exactly. So we have a great deal for our listeners at Juan EP. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Juan EP at checkout. All right, you just pay $5 for shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code Juan EP to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for details and important safety information. Thank you, Blue Chew, for sponsoring the podcast. Also, Cipha, we went live on the old YouTube right now. Let's see.
Okay, we're live. I'm on the West Coast right now, so I'm live.
West, baby.
I'm live.
So you got to so that means that you got to process the whole Kendrick West record on the West Coast.
Yeah.
How was that? Yeah. How was that experience?
It was a thing. I would like to say, well, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna dig deep into it, but yours truly, Cipha Sounds theory was correct. Club bangers, pop, pop, pop.
That's all it takes, right?
No. Not all it takes. It's an element that these rappers sometimes forget about. They forget about the DJ element. The DJ can spread your music differently than the internet can. It's a different energy.
Different energy. And I'll tell you what.
If you want, viral comes from live moments. Like now we use viral when it comes to all being shared and all on the internet and social media. But viral is a thing that used to be considered something live when something went viral.
Like this. Something like this is what you mean.
I see dead people. Hey, Monster on the beat, ho, Debo, D rap. He a free throw, man, damn, color ever lambs.
I gotta tell you, so the first time I heard the rant, I didn't know if it was gonna be good. I hesitated. The bop.
Because you're not a club guy.
Well, from the bop I was in though. See, I knew you judge me. No judge.
No judgment. No judgment. You're just not a club guy.
This part dope. Here we go.
Hey, Monster on the beat, ho, Debo, D rap. He a free throw, man, damn.
I just thought the rant might get boring, and for some reason it works great. And it's almost as if Kendrick's having fun, Cipha. The way he made his voice sound, it's almost like he's doing an impression of like a Dub C. Like Kendrick's from the West, but he doesn't make West Coast records like this very often.
No. Kendrick's records become West because that's where he's from.
And
a lot of his verbiage and terminology is West Coast slang, but his music isn't traditionally what we would call West Coast. But this one is like, this one has got that West Coast, the traditional West Coast pop.
And listen to the little affect he even puts on his voice.
I see dead people. Hey, Monster on the beat, ho, he a free throw, man, damn, color ever lambs. Tell him, please, bro, Nella to the cross, he walk around like these, though. What's up with these jabroni ass Trying to see Compton. The industry can hate me. Fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body. I'm John Stockton.
And then the way the horn
Kendrick,
thing comes back.
Yeah.
Man, it's hard.
I think Kendrick heard what I said and was like, "Oh, yes. Okay. You want? Yeah, is that something that should? Okay, here you go, Cipha. What?
That's how I think he saw. That's how I think this happened too. He was one of the big loyal Juan Eppers, maybe a patron actually, and was like, and he was like, I hear what they're saying. By the way, if you're watching us live on YouTube and you want to hear the whole podcast, go subscribe to Juan EP Is Life wherever you find podcasts. We just jumped on here for a little hot minute. It was a fun,
coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Wait, okay, so now,
what do you mean? What are you referring to? The coulda?
What, the coulda, shoulda, wouldas? Oh, I got a bunch of coulda, shoulda, wouldas. I got a bunch of coulda, shoulda, wouldas.
Okay, go ahead.
Bunch of them. So I mean, first of all, is it over? Drake bowed out, right?
So is that really what you think, or are you talking ish? You think he actually quit?
I think he quit. I think the last one he put out was with him saying, "This is the bow I'm tying up the bow." That's what I think. That's what it sounded like to me.
You think he went, throw in the damn towel? Throw in the damn towel. Like Rocky IV?
No, I don't think he lost. I think the fight is over. Like, it's funny you say Rocky. Like, in a boxing match, you ever watch those boxing matches where no one gets like knocked out and then eventually it ends, right?
Of course.
And then you got to start doing all that boxing scoring shit because no one got KO'd, right?
Yeah, it happened this weekend with Canelo Alvarez. Sure.
Okay, so that's what I think Drake did. He was like, okay, but it's boxing match over. He had to, because what I know, and I have too much information, too much inside information.
Do?
What I know,
you got inside information?
No, not inside information about like the beef stuff. I'm just saying what I know overall about all the people I know that work in Drake's camp. A conglomerate of Drake brand, the Nike swoosh.
The swoosh.
The Nike swoosh, which is Drake. Drake's face is the swoosh of the conglomerate of OVO Drake, right?
You say swoosh, huh?
What do you say?
Swoosh.
Swoosh. What I say?
I say swoosh. Swoosh.
Swoosh. I meant sorry. Swoosh.
All right. I'm just checking.
Correct. It's like there had to be like hardcore board meetings of like, how long are we gonna do this for? How long are we gonna do this for? Like, we have hundreds of millions of dollars in other business we need to attend to. How long are we doing this for? We made 4. We made 4 already.
I got a very interesting take also from a legend. I don't know if he would. I won't say his name just because.
Billy June?
No, it's not Billy June. It's actually a former football great.
Oh.
Who said food for thought. And this is like what you're saying, Cipha, but different.
Yeah.
He said food for thought. Don't be shocked if this beef ended with Drake's last drop. Not because he lost, which in my opinion he did, but...
Wait, who's saying my opinion? You're still quoting the football player?
Yes. Okay. I'm still quoting this legendary football player. He said, but his corporate partners, Nike, NFL, NHL, are all probably getting nervous about the perception of the things being said, and that they could stick and be bad for their images. The allegations being made, these allegations can transcend his fan base.
That's who wrote that. That's incredible, and you're not gonna tell me, but bro,
I'll put it this way though: he's an older legend. He's an '80s star. He's not he's not someone who of his age I thought would be interested in this beef, but he was.
People have gotten dropped for less accusations.
Oh,
far less. For maybe a rumor coming down the pipeline, these corporations will drop your ass. So
right.
Nike and all the shit Drake's a part of, they were like, I mean, I don't even think they have to say it. I think Drake's team's smart enough to go, we're about to fuck with the money.
Right.
We're about to fuck with, for what? For fucking street cred? For street cred? We're going to fuck up hundreds of millions to be the best rapper, beef ever. Why? That's not what Drake Camp does. It's not what they do. They about that paper.
But no matter what, though, even if that's the reason, Cipha, it ends up playing. If this was the end, it would end up playing out like Drake was like, "You play too much. Why did you get so serious?" This is not the angle that he would have hoped to end on, because the record he dropped yesterday is a full-on 6-minute explanation.
Yeah.
He's not on the offense at all on that record.
No, not at all.
He's up against the ropes, ducking and taking shots. And then the problem is, if he ends now, guys, you know what's going to be the memory people have? The next 2 years of people at concerts chanting "OV-ho." Like, that's going to happen.
No, not at Drake concerts.
No, not at Drake concerts, at Kendrick concerts, at parties.
But why did everybody flip out when J. Cole quit? And I don't see the flip out for Drake, kind of not quitting, but
Drake didn't announce quitting yet, though. We're assuming
he says it in there. He's like, that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, but basically when he would start telling the truth. Right. Well, you're not, if you're going to lie. But here's what's driving me crazy. And I'm trying really hard to not take sides here, even though everybody knows I'm a Kendrick guy. I'm trying not to take sides. I'm trying my best to be objective. Here's what drives me crazy. Drake literally came with, and by the way, I'm not ruling out that Kendrick could have utterly made up the 11-year-old child thing. Like, that is likely false. I'm not saying they both made shit up. They both either had bad info or made shit up. Guaranteed. Okay, guaranteed. But when Drake, out of the thin blue air, hit me with the, "Yo, your best friend is the father of your child," don't then turn around and be like, "Yo, when are we going to stop the lies?" Like, literally out of the thin blue air, you came up with Dave Free is the dad of Kendrick. That is such a wild. I'm not saying it's impossible. If this was a Tyler Perry movie, it's in play.
But what's the
like, in a Tyler Perry movie, that's the answer.
but what is the hinted domestic violence situation with Kendrick and his wife? What was that?
As far as I know, that's completely and utterly pulled out of thin air also.
Because I guess what Drake is saying is, because you and Dave Free did something, it got ugly. Somewhere in there it got ugly.
Oh, is that what you think it is?
That's how I'm putting it together. Yeah, I'm putting it together like, but then
wow, that's crazy. And then they went, hold on. Not only did that happen, Cipha, but then Dave and Kendrick left Top Dog and started their own company, just the two of them. And they are literally like this in business.
The last time I saw Kendrick, Dave Free was with him. Like, always. Not with him. Yeah.
I don't, truth be told, I have not spoken to Kendrick in several years. I talked to Dave Free. He is Kendrick. Okay, so it's, and I'm not saying that doesn't mean that everything in their world is perfect and nothing could ever, but here's the thing. I would argue that of the things that we heard, what made the Kendrick punches more effective than the Dave Free punches was that Kendrick chose a lot of shit that people had heard nuggets of before.
Little nuggets.
That whole pedophile thing that he's been running with, what makes that so brutal is everybody out there goes, I do remember thinking it was weird that he was friends with the girl from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I do remember that. I'm not, by the way, I don't think Drake's a pedophile. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. But but that makes that an effective punch because it conjures up an image.
Yeah, it was out there. Yeah. Now, can I ask you a very stupid question? And I know because I'm just not in the loop like I used to be. Why did Kendrick and Top Dog? Why did he leave Top Dog? Just like a business thing?
Yeah, as I understand it, it was just a like growth. It's time.
Yeah, I want to do my own thing.
I did a lot. You did a lot for me. I did a lot for you. Me and Dave have always moved in our own way within this thing. Right. We're going to go do our thing. But I'll tell you.
Are they still cool, Top Dog and Kendrick, or we don't know?
Beyond. I mean, you heard Kendrick on the song goes, get Topo on the phone. Like, it's still the same. It's not. First of all, I don't know what the business arrangement is.
Right.
My guess would be, and I am guessing, but Cipha, I'm curious for your thought as a guy who's been around some situations in your life. My thought would be is that even if they're separated, Top Dog tastes something no matter what forever would probably be my guess. Like a little
forever.
Something. Forever. He's getting a little nosh. I can't picture anything else but that.
No, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
So, but even beyond that, you know, I have Top and I have always had a great relationship. And I've always spoken to Top about Kendrick. And in the way we've spoken since all of that happened, his tone on Kendrick never changed one bit. Never. Yeah. Not a little bit. They've been
right. Okay,
everything's
good. So
always
that's
been.
What I want to know. So
they're all Gucci.
So okay. So now so Drake, like, this is what a couple things I hate. We planted that information about 11-year-old daughter, and you used it. Nanny, nanny, poo, poo. Of course, why wouldn't they use it? This is like spies in World War II. Like, oh, we gave you the wrong submarine coordinates, and you messed up, Germany. Ha ha. Like, why wouldn't he use that information if he thought it was legit?
And furthermore, if what you're saying is true, and you actually have an option, and then you got to show the proof. You got to show that. If you really set that up.
Oh, that you leaked it?
If you set it up intentionally, show me the email you sent. Show me the text. Play me the audio. If Drake told an operative, sorry, not an op, not opposition. If he told an operative, like, here's what we're going to do, then you might as well have the audio conversation of him on the phone being like, here's the shit we're going to go with.
Right.
You got to leak that. You should make that the intro to a song. Like, you got to come with that. You can't just say it.
Also, like, you're smart enough to know you have to have that recorded or something. Because what I thought was, before he made this record, what I thought was that he might think there's a couple moles in the camp, right?
Right.
Let's say there's 4 guys he kind of thinks they might be the mole, right? And you feed them all a different piece of mistruth. Then whatever mistruth comes out, you know which one is the mole.
100%. You see what I'm saying? Yes.
But so that's what I thought it was. That's what I thought it was. Now he's saying, nah, we set that up. We sent that up. There was no mole. We had a fake mole. This is all toy. So what's that movie? Tinker Toy Soldiers.
Toy Soldiers, no?
I think it's
not Tinker. No, I think Toy. It's Tinker. There's no Tinker Toy.
Yeah, Tinker Toy Soldiers. It's a movie about like the spies, the Cold War, and all that shit in Russia. And it's like deep into like who's the mole. It's fucking crazy. And that's how I'm looking at this whole shit.
Who's the mole? All right. So,
but then wait, one more. Can I do one more? Could have, should have.
You can do whatever you want.
I personally would have liked, and who knows, maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, because Drake addressed things Kendrick said in the Mustard record. Mm-hmm. On his record, which means
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Is that
it? That's it. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Thank you. That's a great great movie.
Really?
Great movie. If you like spy shit, it's this. It is this.
In spy form, not rap form.
In spy form. So he obviously, I think Drake probably had some of that record already recorded, ready to go, waiting to see what Kendrick said, and then applying that to a record that was pretty much ready to go. I think they should have scrapped that plan and just rhymed over the same beat Kendrick put out. Like Kendrick came with a Mustard Club banger. I think they should have just looped that and rhymed over that. And I think they should have did like when Kendrick's like, they not like us, they not like us. Drake and them, you want to be us, you want to be us, or something. You know what I mean? Like
that's very interesting.
Like a remix, like jump on it. Because then,
that's interesting.
In the clubs, it's back to back. You play this one, you play this one.
Yo, see, guys,
they gotta hire me.
That's why Cipha was saying you got to have the DJ in the camp to be like, let's think about this, because this Kendrick one is gonna move. It's gonna move in the clubs.
Remember, what's Jay-Z's engineer? I can't think of his name.
See, Cipha? Someone said that's actually brilliant. So you should feel good about that.
What's Jay-Z's engineer? The tall guy.
Guru.
I can't think of his name.
Guru. Tall guy. Guru.
Remember we had Guru on the show.
Yes, came to my apartment on 96th Street. I remember.
That's right. He told us that Hove has what they call, what was it? He called them tricks, or little tricks. So like in Jay-Z and Pharrell, I'm a hustler, baby. In that song, one of the tricks is, and I think I'm singing off tune in the club, and I think I never met her at all. Yeah. It's a trick. Kendrick's trick is like something A minor. That's a trick. Everyone's gonna, bro. Even if you're not know every single word of the song, you're gonna sing that part, right? Drake got 1 million of those. Drake could have just came with fucking.
And every time Kendrick does the OV ho, he could have just come up with a new thing right back.
Yeah.
Damn, Cipha.
Now we're in Cold Crush.
Yes.
Stage
right here.
Yeah. Yes. That's the only element that I think was missing in this. Well, I thought was going to be missing, and then Kendrick dropped it.
But here's the
thing.
I'm
a DJ. I'm a DJ though. I'm a DJ.
No, but by the way, they should have. Listen, Future is a DJ. I mean, Drake's Future, not the other Future. Future's a DJ. People could know. And by the way, to everyone who's watching us on YouTube Live, Cipha and I do this every week. Juan EP Is Life. Go subscribe right now wherever you find podcasts. You will not be disappointed. We talk ish. We talk hip hop. We nerd out. We do interviews. Have a big interview tomorrow. It's going to be exciting for next week. So go subscribe wherever you find podcasts. But what conversation you got to, Cipha just had to set up a whole scenario where the conversation should have been, here's what we want to do. We should just jump on this and make it our record. Just like back in the day when Drake had the Fire record with YG, another West Coast Drake record. We could do this. Instead, he was like, hey, guys, I was thinking like, I'm just going to make like sort of, I just want to go in the booth alone and like turn the lights out and like just sort of like tell everyone to please stop lying about me. Like, why are you spreading all these lies about me? Like, why was that the decision? How did we land on, I'm going to quietly complain about the lies?
Because they are very much into numbers, analytics, algorithm. They know how to move that fucking algorithm needle. But sometimes you need just that live element needle.
Right.
Bro, he would have owned no. Kendrick owned Saturday Night. He could have owned it. Bro, people would have been downloading in the club. Like, yo, Drake just responded with on this beat. Like, people would have went nuts. So
right.
People would have went nuts.
Bonkaruski.
Put something on there. Well, whatever. But yeah, that's my shoulda, coulda, woulda.
That's a really good shoulda, coulda, woulda. And I really like the Drake record where he's complaining. It's a dope beat. Like, it's a good hip hop beat. It's a cool record. It's just like, I keep waiting for him to get the offensive started. It never happens. And then at the end, he's like, if you guys want to keep lying, I guess, I mean, that's fine. Just like lie, I guess. I mean, I was like, bro.
They don't think of beats the way they remember Ebro used to say something really cool to us back in the day. Ebro used to say, what do people use radio for? And we have to play in that world. People don't use radio to sit there and break down lyrics and rewind shit like you would back at if you had a CD of something or in your car listening to music. Radio is for driving along, background music. You know, if you're not just like a music fanatic like we are, it's kind of just there to have playing good music that's out right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So they don't look at those. They just do what always works the best for them, which is analysis, algorithm, all that shit. The type of beat that gets the most plays, the way they want it to play and gets on the most blogs and all that shit. So that wins by far in their world. But number 2 is still good. Live party element.
Cipha, why didn't you call your friends at OV Ho?
They don't listen.
I could have taken
nobody.
I could have gone with the Kendrick side.
Yeah.
And you could have gone with the Drake side.
Yeah. I'm this the ramblings of a madman trying to get on comedy stages.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're like, they're like, Cipha said, like, Cipha who? The comedian guy? Now,
I personally I just don't like beef at all, period. I think J. Cole is just...
You love J. Cole for walking away.
I love J. Cole. I think he knew all this ugliness was coming. And was like, and I said this on my Instagram. I said either J. Cole is just a beautiful human soul that just didn't want any part of this ugliness, or he got some deep, dark secrets that he did not want exposed.
Wait, third option. And it still that both of those are true. Third option, although it could also be true with 2, which is that someone from TDE or Kendrick is like, bro, just so you know, this shit's gonna get nasty.
Yeah,
I like you.
Yeah, I like you. We cool.
You.
Yeah, yeah. Bring. Hello.
You're crazy.
Who's it? Who's this?
But I like you. Oh, hey, it's just call me Bendrick.
Bendrick? Bendrick is your name?
Yes, it's Bendrick.
Is it Duckworth? Are you in the Duckworth family?
No. It's Bendrick Schmuckworth. But not
Schmuckworth. Schmuckworth. How are you?
Yes, hello. Is this Jermaine?
Hey, how can I help you? Yeah, this is Jermaine.
Hey, Jermaine.
Yeah.
You probably want to go on ahead and just back out of this whole beef
Nah,
thing.
Man, let me tell you something. I'm one of the greatest lyricists in this game. I do my own beats. I write my own rhymes.
Yeah.
I'm a drop some fire.
Right. No, I hear you. But I call on behalf of a friend. Okay? And I'm just saying, things are going to get really, really ugly. Like, things are going to come out. Things are going to come to light.
Oh, like this is gonna be a secrets exposed battle.
That's right. A lot of shit is going to get said. So, like, I don't know if you've ever done any dirt or, like, done anything, like, cheated on anyone or, like, have any side kids or, like, side dogs or pets or whatever.
No, I ain't got nothing.
Have you ever had sex with an animal? Maybe you've had sex with an animal and there's video of it, of, like, you sucking off an animal or something. Several animals.
You know what? This ain't really me. Really me, all this drama.
That's right.
I'm gonna go ahead and just back on out. And also, I just want to tell you, I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry.
And if that happened, Cole would come along and be like, yo, bro, listen, you got to do a song where you explain that, like, you've never sucked off any animals, bro. Like, make sure you say specifically, like, no, I couldn't have been the one who sucked off animals. If I had done that, I'd be arrested for it. That line was the worst of the whole thing. That was the worst line. If I've been with young girls, I know I would have been arrested. It was a crazy bad bar.
Wait, but how would you want Drake to address these issues of him being called a pedophile? Like, how do you want that?
I've heard people say
how would you ever want that handled?
People have asked that question, and I'm going to tell you how. On the intro to a song, you say in aggressive terms, I'm not even answering your sick shit that you're saying. You must be projecting some shit about yourself. That's fucking disgusting. I won't even address that. Let's get into your shit. The idea, though, of spending the time acknowledging it over and over again, adios mio. I don't think you do it.
Yeah, what was that mother line? Also, I just want to say to 40, who's listening to Juan EP.
He used to.
EP. He's gonna listen. I have no dog in this fight. I don't want a winner. I don't want a loser. I don't want beef. I don't want drama. I don't want these people to be yelling at each other back and forth.
No, it's not your style.
So I'm not picking sides. I don't care about, I hate beef, actually. I hate beef. So I'm just saying, in this little hip hop game where we're talking bars and beats and lyrics and all that, this is my opinion of what I like playing this shoulda, coulda, woulda, but
I don't like the whole thing.
I don't think anybody wins because it is shit. Like I've said this before to you. You fuck with somebody's money or their family and things get ugly. And that was a lot of family talk on this. A lot.
It's
People
so
get
ugly.
very sensitive about their family.
It's so ugly, Cipha. It spawned other ugliness. Like, it's so ugly between them that the ugliness drips down, and there's trickle down ugliness.
Yeah.
My own friend, someone I like, did me dirty on Twitter this weekend.
Yeah.
He did me dirty.
What happened?
My friend Rory of Rory and Maul.
Oh, what did he do? He did you dirty?
Yeah, here, I'm gonna show you. He did me dirty, and I'm gonna explain how this happens. It happens because all of us are so excited by the amount of conversation happening. Cipha, everything I post on this, I don't know if it's just because Elon Musk is a liar and X is a liar. I don't know if it's just because this shit is so hot, or I don't know if it's because I have an inherent connection to this one because of Kendrick. So people see my things as having a little more gravitas than my normal stuff. Because they're like, oh, he's the Kendrick nut hugger. We know he's got something to say. So you get sort of high off of the feedback because everything I'm posting is getting so many retweets and so many likes. Yeah. So I multiple times throughout the weekend, I did take advantage of this, and I would just like quote a line. I'm like, wow, it's a crazy line.
even I did. I followed suit.
So I'm like, this is a crazy line. So when the Saturday night thing came out, I quoted a line. Here it is. I said, and I quote, you're a colonizer is wild. And Rory,
this is Twitter.
This is Twitter. Rory, my friend, my actual friend in real life, wrote, "We got to sit this bar out, bro," and retweeted it. Now listen, I don't like the following term because I think it's generally used. I think it's generally used inappropriately. I feel like this is slowing down my computer. I feel like the following line is used inappropriately, so I don't generally use it. But in this case, I think it's the right thing. This was the most virtue signaling tweet of all time. Rory put up a tweet knowing it would make him look like the better white. He was like, I'm going to be the better white.
Yes.
And I know how to be the good white on Twitter. Yeah. And so, because I hit Rory on the side, because I was annoyed. This shit got 15,000 fucking retweets. I'm like, why did you need? I'm not in the middle of this. I'm just quoting a line that I thought was interesting. I'm not giving commentary on Drake being a colonizer. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm literally quoting a bar. And so two things. One, the idea that because I could be called that means like I shouldn't be able to review the bar is silly. Like that's just being you're being OD. Anyone could point out that line as being a good line, whether you're whatever you are. And Rory, if you really felt it was a problem, I know Rory. If Rory thought I tweeted something bad, he would have hit me on the side, bro. He would have been like, yo, you should take that down.
Yeah, it's kind of a little off-putting that you put that up.
Trust me, he's a friend. I really think he would have hit me and been like, you need to take that down. And I would have appreciated it. But Rory, I love you. But when you decided to retweet it with your thing, that was you doing it for the likes and the retweets, bro. And you used me as a pawn. I love 100%. You. But that 100%. Is what happened. In the end, who cares?
And also like Kendrick doesn't think that Drake is sending fleets or armadas to different countries to then make them colonies for his own country. It's an analogy. Right. It's an analogy that Kendrick was using of what Drake is doing to hip hop.
Right.
Which takes all the history out of it, which takes all the white guilt out of it. It's just a rap bar analogy.
Correct.
Which leaves it completely open for you to comment on.
Of course. And by the way, I could even say by the fact that I am a white guy in hip hop and I've been called these things before, all the more reason for me to be like, oh shit, that's a bar. I've heard things like that before. Like I'm not in a bad place to judge that bar.
And then what I don't understand, what I hate about people is hip hop. Hip hop was not created in the jungles of Africa.
Keep talking. I need a charger.
Okay. Hip hop was not created in the jungles of Africa. And then white men came and stole it. It's reverse. It's because white men came and stole the black people, brought them to America, and from the oppression and from the whole system of racism and Jim Crow and all the systematic ways to keep people down, this art form was created, like different art forms, blues, jazz, rock and roll, and then we take it to hip hop. Yes, the burnt out buildings in the Bronx, the creation of the Cross Bronx Expressway, which led to much of the South.
Started dropping knowledge.
I got my kufi on.
Okay,
I got my kufi on. I'm saying hip hop wasn't has nothing to do with colonization. Like I'm saying there wasn't hip hop in Africa and they were doing it in the jungles and then the white man came and stole it. It was created from colonization.
That's deep. But you know you can still argue that it could be colonized if you're not using a literal sense of colonizing.
But are we talking slang? Because anything can be said with slang.
Right.
But my problem nowadays with all these young kids in hip hop lingo, they're taking actual words and just changing the meaning. Like, you ever hear a lot of girls nowadays, they say, he's weird. He's weird. You're being weird.
Yeah, sure.
They're not using weird the way weird is intended. And also they took
so you're
like
saying
literally.
No, literally is the opposite now.
They use it's the opposite.
That's opposite.
So what? So if you're talking colonize like slang, yeah, you can use it for anything because slang now is just regular words, just repurposed. Like scary. I hate fucking scary. I hate scary.
What do you mean?
Go, yo, he acting scary. He acting scary. You're trying to say scared. You've heard it, bro. I promise you, heard it. Okay. You don't even realize how much it's been around for the longest, and I cringe every time. Cringe. It's cringe when people say, "Oh, you acting scary," and I'm like, no, scary is the opposite of what you're saying. You're acting scared. Oh, he a scary motherfucker. Scary would be you're scared of him.
Cipha, this is how you know Cipha's getting old. This is how you know Cipha's getting old. He's getting bothered by the people using the word.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah,
get off my lawn.
So here's the funniest part though. So Rory hits me on Saturday night, and I'm very proud of myself because my friend Chauncey was in town. Me, Natalie, and Chauncey went to an amazing Mexican place on Saturday night. Had a plethora of wonderful margaritas. Ate like kings and queens. Yeah. Natalie went to bed. Chauncey and I are up watching the fucking Canelo fight like gentlemen, having some tequila. And that's when I see Rory's tweet. So I was tipsy when I saw the tweet. Now, the result was when I texted Rory, I was definitely somewhat harsh, probably harsher than I would have been stone sober. But I'm impressed with myself that I didn't respond publicly. Because if I'd responded publicly, two things would have happened. I would have brought way more attention to something that had no impact on my life. Like 13,000 retweets or not, it meant nothing. I could have actually made it worse. And also, I could have actually damaged my friendship with someone I actually like over something that's really not that big a deal. And lastly, why would anyone be worrying about me and Rory? Two white people who, though, while you might want to say, fuck off, you're white every once in a while, two white people that are generally liked in hip-hop, when meanwhile, Vlad was getting taken up out of hip-hop on Saturday night. People attempted to finally think this is the moment to get rid of DJ Vlad.
Wait, why? So what were they saying about him?
Yo, Cipha, this is the most 2024 things. This is one of the most 2024 things you'll ever hear about.
Yeah.
So this is actually a pretty funny tweet, comment though. No, not that one. This one. Rosenberg, you should respond to Rory by rapping over the Euphoria beat. So here's what makes this so 2024. DJ Vlad commented. Basically, he didn't like the mix of Not Like Us. What's it called? They Not Like Us. It's called Not Like Us. That's what it's called, right?
I don't even
Not
know.
Like Us.
Not Like Us.
Let me see.
Yeah, like the mix of it.
Yeah, Not Like Us. That's right. That's the name.
I see dead people.
This doesn't like the mix. Which, by the way, I feel like they updated it.
No. Hi. Mustard on the beat, ho, depot, he a free throw, man, damn.
Mix sounds perfect at this point. So maybe, I don't know. He decided to post, hey, the mix could be better. Which of all the things...
Like the actual engineering of the beat, you're saying?
Correct. He didn't like it. Guys, of all the terrible things, and if you've ever listened to Juan EP or heard me anytime anyone's asked me about Vlad, I'm not a fan. I think he's the definition of a culture vulture. Like, there are a few people who I think are like the definition, and I don't think it's based on race, sorry. I think it's based on culture. He's the definition.
Yeah.
This particular thing was so innocuous. It's a nothing burger. He didn't like he was a DJ prior to all this. Like, he was a DJ, right?
DJ Vlad.
He's DJ Vlad. And y'all don't remember this, but before he was the weird voice with no face on interviews, which is fucking insane. Like, do we ever take enough time to think about a personality that exists and they don't have their face is not on the camera? They just are a voice. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
But anyways, Vlad was a DJ. And so he responds, don't like the mix. Whatever. I would never think of this. A person who turned out to be a Princeton professor and the niece of Rodney Jerkins, responded to Vlad by
what?
I know.
What?
This is the most 2024 shit of all time. This is the most 2024 shit of all time. Because she's a professor at Princeton, I guess. And her last name is Jerkins. She's related to Rodney Jerkins' niece, apparently. So she responds. And by the way, I will point out it was Saturday night. She might have been having a good time too and was just feeling loose on Twitter or whatever.
Cinco de Mayo was coming up.
It was Cinco de Mayo, baby. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe she would say this every day of the week, but it was kind of crazy. So she says, you're white in all caps. This is an all black affair.
No.
Okay?
No.
So listen. So hold on. We'll go back to that. Yes, you're right. That point makes no sense. It was a weird thing to say. But DJ Vlad ends up making her right, even though what she said was wrong. His response was so bad that he put her in the right. His response was, He goes, wait a second. Not a professor from at Princeton talking this way. I'll see what they have to say about this on Monday. He went straight Karen on Twitter. I'm going to your boss.
Oh shit. This is great.
Like,
this is great.
Now her original statement, which I think most people would say was like probably unnecessary. Like anyone could comment on one of these battle records. I got news for you guys. This is the most mainstream rap battle in history. It's being debated by 5-year-olds. This is not someone weighing in on this and saying, shut up, you're white. It's just not it's stupid.
And not about this. Like you could go through Vlad's whole, you could go through Vlad. Yeah, the mix.
The mix?
She hates Vlad. Yeah, she must have been Liddy.
She hates Vlad. Which, by the way, so do most people. I feel you. But anyway, so Vlad then goes full Karen mode. I'm calling Princeton. I want to see your manager. And it blew up all day Sunday and was just a whole thing. And then
him trying to call out a black woman.
Yeah, that specifically, like you got someone said something to you didn't like, and you ran to try to get them fired. Like you weaponized your whiteness.
But also he's saying, oh, you work at a predominantly white university. I don't think they want the black girl saying this stuff on social media. That's what he's trying to say.
You could view it that way. I mean, I didn't even think about it that way. I just thought of it as general Karen-ness of like, well, you're a professor. It could be. It could be even that.
Yeah. Yeah, like I feel like he's saying like they don't want their black employees talking this way, and I'm going to make sure they know about it.
I'm going to make sure they know. Good white students should not. And at some point he drops in, he's like, I went to Berkeley. And first of all, I was like, you know what my big takeaway was? DJ Vlad went to Berkeley?
He's from the Bay.
I did not see that one.
He's always said he's from the Bay.
No, I know he's from the Bay. I was just impressed. I went, Berkeley. Wow, that's something. Anyways, so then this morning, he came on, he went on the internet and decided to pull up. Just kidding. I was never going to do that. She was trolling, so I was trolling. Ha, 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 ha. And my guess is, he wrote, since it's Monday, let me clear the air and state that I never had any intention of filing a complaint to Princeton.
Everybody is off the tequila from the weekend. Everybody's going, whoa, that was crazy.
Yeah, I would just like to, but here's the interesting thing about the whole thing was that like the people that you saw weigh in on the Vlad thing was just a reminder of like how much negativity he has engendered over the years. Like people were just ready, regardless of what the thing was, to have enough of DJ Vlad. So anyways, that was interesting over the weekend as well. No other. By the way, Drake managed to throw Future. Did Future get thrown back in? Cash and Abel got thrown back in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, did you see the production credits for Family Matters?
No, who's that?
Family Matters was the Drake song from Friday night.
No, I know who was the production credits too.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Said it, I know that you mad. I've emptied the clip over friendly or jabs. You mentioned my seed and I deal with his dad.
By the way, the troll of him leaning hard into the N-word like that, he did a few things that I think probably over time aren't going to be great.
Yeah.
The rapping Kendrick raps like he's freeing the slaves. That didn't play well for people. This N-word probably didn't play well for people. But this beat.
Man, the OVO board meeting, I would love to be a part of that.
Oh, you could have helped.
I know that you mad. I've emptied the clip over friendly or jabs. You mentioned my seed and I deal with his dad. I gotta go bad. I
didn't like that whole intro, by the way.
Yeah,
but this now you're.
Drop a 50 bag for the mom in a spot. Drop a 50 bag, 29 for the thought. I would really
who did it?
Keep it peachy. I was really trying to keep it.
If you look at the credits,
if you had a set, they give your ass a
Boy Wonder,
civilian gang.
Tay Keith,
you know who,
Mark Ronson.
You know who
what?
Chuck T, you know who even bang a set out there?
Mark chose sides.
No.
It ain't me. You better have some paperwork or that shit fake T.
So I told Mark that I was going to say this, so I assume he's fine with me saying, because I said that I was going to. I talked to Mark over the weekend.
Yeah.
And by the way, when you talked to Mark, it was early on a Saturday
all the whites talked this weekend. All the hip hop whites had to get it in.
Just acting like an activist.
Yeah, me, Rory, and Mark, we jumped on. We were like, can you believe it about Vlad? This is crazy. I jumped on with Mark, and he told me the story, and I was like, do you mind if I just tell the story? I think he's good with me telling the story. But there is no story. The story is Mark's working on music, and he was in the lab with Boy Wonder, working on other music for Mark, music for this, that, and they were just working together. And then he woke up on Saturday and saw this randomly. Like he opened up the internet and was like, "Wait, what is this?"
Well, Alchemist, I've been with black and white and everything.
The grams.
Alchemist
but
did?
These sound like, yeah, Alchemist did that one.
He did?
Yeah, look on Alchemist's Instagram. It shows him with the beat. But it looks like these are all just people just giving beats to people, and then they had to make these diss records. They're like, "What do we got?" And like, "Give me that Alchemist beat." I don't think beats were made for. I don't think beats were made for this. I think they pulled up beats that they had around.
Yeah, that's interesting. But this one, I think, with Boy Wonder and Mark just happened very recently. But isn't that don't you sort of deserve a courtesy call if you're going to get thrown into and he wasn't complaining.
Bro,
he wasn't. I'm just saying.
It was fucking. There was no time. Everybody was in panic mode. Like everything was on high alert. This whole week had to be high alert for everybody. Like, and it still is. Like, security was upped. Turn locations off.
Well, Bobby Perkins says Drake put Kendrick in a trash can. Is that? I wouldn't view it that way. No, I didn't see it that way. Michael Brown says that Alchemist beat sounded like some mid-90s RZA shit. I loved that one.
Now, I love that beat. Yeah.
I'll say this: if the thing about a child was completely made up, I do think that hurts the song a bit in terms of its impact.
Yeah.
But it's still.
Can we edit that part out?
I know. We could take the verse off.
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest. It takes a man to.
No, this beat is fire.
It's not responsive.
Hard. And conceptually, Cipha, it's almost like breaking into Stan territory of like I'm doing something. Four different letters. Writing.
Yeah, that's what my boy Liam said. It reminded him of some Eminem shit.
Oh, by the way, Liam's high off he's high off that Kendrick, isn't he? He's
Liam and you. Yeah, you guys each suck one nut of Kendrick Lamar.
Well, yeah. I mean, I did it professionally though. He's just an actual fanboy. He took it to the next level.
He's a Stan fan. Yeah,
he's just a real Stan. Well, for the record, Cipha, almost 1,200 people watching us on YouTube. Go subscribe to Juan EP Is Life wherever you find podcasts. We break things down. If you're looking week to week to have hip hop conversation that's not done by professional trolls who are in the pocket of the people you're talking about.
You want some good hip hop, just college buddy hip hop talk, not fucking for the algorithm or the likes or the views or trolling. Boy. We just want to talk that hip hop nerd shit. We're your guys.
We are your guys.
So objectively. Yeah.
I think objective. People won't think that I'm objective, but I'm trying my hardest.
No, pretty good. You did really good on this one. I think so.
I point out the things in Kendrick's that I don't think are perfect. Now, do I think Kendrick's winning so far? Yes. Shout out to Quartermain who's in here. What up, Q? Yes, I do think that 100% Kendrick is winning. I don't think that anyone could argue otherwise. The last song we got from Drake was him basically copping please. I mean, that is essentially what the last song could have been called Coppin' Please.
He bailed, bro. I'm telling you, the corporates Monday came. There was meetings. There was hardcore meetings. Shut this shit down. Shut it down.
So you're saying it right now. It's over. You think it's over for sure. The money makers stepped in. What's the name of the really famous, like the Illuminati of music? The guy who like He's got a son too. Super important Universal guy.
Wait, now you talking about Lucian?
Yes, you think Lucian Grange made the call? Like
No,
this thing's a wrap.
no. This is great for Lucian Grange. They want the destruction. They want the beef. It brings all the people to the music. It's the other sponsors.
Great point.
Nike's like, hey, Nike's calling Drake's camp, like, hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah. Sorry. Let me make a phone call. Hello?
Hey.
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 Hey. No. Oh, here it is. Hey, is Future there? Future? Hey, we were calling over here at Nike. We were checking out some of the new music coming out, and had a few questions, got a few concerns.
It's very exciting. It's very exciting.
It's very exciting. We love some of the things that we're hearing. We really do. Yeah. Some are really good, and we're noticing a ton of engagement, and we love engagement. But there was a word getting thrown around. I'm gonna go through my notes. I have to go through my notes. Okay, hold on a tick. I can.
Carrie, where's the notes?
Where's the thing that we wrote down about the Drake? Oh, I found it. Sorry about that. I have a new receptionist. Pedophile. We didn't love.
Well,
we didn't love pedophile.
Yeah, sex offender also threw us off a little.
Yeah, we didn't love pedophile. We didn't love sex offender. Any chance that we could go ahead? The guy.
We love Chubbs. We love Chubbs. Is always with
Chubbs.
you.
I hope you got the sweatsuits. we sent a bunch of double XL sweatsuits. Really would love though if we could just maybe put a pin on.
His name was brought up. Brought up.
And there was another guy he brought up, Baca.
Yeah, Baca. That's right.
The weird charges. What?
It's not our place to ask. It is not our place to ask.
No, we don't want
it is not our place to ask about weird charges.
Yeah, we just feel a little if you could go on ahead, put a pin in this, and then if we could circle back next week, maybe wrap this thing up, we could maybe move forward with the new Knock the Golf line. Because we're a little uncomfortable here.
We do have that the golf line coming out, and we just kind of want to squelch this.
And I love some of the designs. We have an event planned in Turks. But then there was a line about you and prostitutes in Turks. And that also we didn't love for the Nocta. Here's the thing. Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up, Escobar. The Nocta Kids collection. We have some concerns about the kids collection.
Okay, with the flap in the back didn't bother us.
No, I love
until
the flap.
Just now.
Thank you, Louis.
Now.
Yeah, Louis brings up a great point. We loved the flap in the back. We thought it was very cute. It was giving like Muppet Babies, Fozzie on Muppet Babies, and we loved it. But now it's giving like rapey energy, and we're not is into it.
We tend to stay away from grapey energy. Yeah.
We don't love that. That's kind of not our thing.
I gotta go have a meeting with Kevin Hart.
Is that literally who you're meeting with?
Yeah. Well, his company.
Oh, is he going to be there?
I gotta go.
He had a big night last night, Kevin.
I doubt it. I doubt he'll be there. But guys, it's been fun. Juan EP has been great. Thank you so much. We're here every Tuesday.
Wait, hold on, Cipha. Look at this comment we got from someone.
I cannot. Hold on. Okay.
Guys,
see you guys later.
Cipha's leaving in this second. I'll wrap it up here. We appreciate all of you for joining us. If you have, for some reason, never listened to Juan EP Is Life, I encourage you, wherever you find podcasts, to subscribe to Juan EP Is Life. We do a hell of a job, if I do say so ourselves. Next week, we're supposed to have a very big legendary guest named Ghostface Killer on the show. So we're going to have a chat with him. But when things like this happen, we break it down. So I thought we should go live and talk to the people. We still do it every week. We talk about things in actually an intelligent, nerdy, break it down, hip-hoppy kind of way. And we also have fun and lots of guests. Like I said, Ghostface next week. And we do all kinds of good stuff. So if you're into what we do, we'd love the support over at Juan EP Is Life. Shouts to Billy June, Emilio Sparks. I'm out. Cipha, peace.